Welcome to this episode of The Good, the Bad and the Telly with your host Marco and Sam. This time we're finishing off Attack on Titan. I believe it's episodes 23 to 25.
Yeah, 23, 25.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so sort of carrying on from the end of the last episode, Eren Yeager is being moved into the capital for to be taken into custody by the military police.
Yeah.
This episode kind of more focuses on Annie Leonhardt. She was one of the trainees, but she joined the military police instead of the Scout Legion. And this episode's more quite heavily about the corruption and laziness of the military police.
Yeah. Just at this point, there's major spoilers for the series end we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
So if you don't want spoilers, stop listening. Anyway, yeah, go on.
So yeah, they start, like, the military police commanders are talking up big games, like, yeah, we've got big business to be sorting out with this Jaeger kid being brought through. You guys are to sort yourself out. They all walk into a room and immediately start playing cards.
Yeah, they're not really that bothered, are they?
No. They can care less as long as they get their way. Even a bit later, Annie and her group come across some of the commanders that are just flogging off all their maneuver gear for some quick cash, kind of.
Yeah, one of the guys who've seen this is kind of disgusted.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of a confrontation.
He gets a beating.
He gets a kicking, doesn't he?
Yeah. And he puts a stop to that.
Yeah, and then she gets his arm in, doesn't she?
Yeah. Armin calls her over from a side alley as Eren's like carriage gets pulled through.
Yeah.
And he reveals that it's not Eren in the carriage, it's John with a wig on.
Yeah.
And people just believe him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They don't even look anything alike.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Annie doesn't go along with it at first, does she?
No. She's convinced it's just going to go to pot.
Yeah.
But eventually she does, like, come over, and you see her put on a ring, and then she starts to lead Eren, Armin, and Mikasa through the city to an underground tunnel where the plan is that she'll take them to a military checkpoint, let them through, and then just go back into the city and they'll escape. At least that's the plan that they tell her.
That's not quite how it pans out,
No.
is it? Yeah.
They get to the tunnel and Annie refuses to go in.
Yeah, which is an odd scene, and then it pans back and we see people hiding, don't we?
Yeah.
Troops.
Loads of scouts corps just duck just behind buildings.
So there's something else going on there that isn't obvious from this first initial part, is it?
Yeah. And they start to they basically spill their plan straight away. It's like, Annie spills her plan, which is just, I'm not going into this place, haha, goes to bite her finger, because it's been revealed that she is the female Titan.
Yeah, so the whole episode is really a set-up, isn't it, to get her into a tunnel.
Yeah.
That's
where she won't be able to transform.
In this episode, or is that in the next episode? Well, she'll be able to transform, but she'll be trapped if she transforms. That's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason they think that she's the Titan is because she's got Marco's gear.
Yeah, she used Marco's gear in the inspection. If you remember back when they had the two Titans that they were researching on. Yeah,
Sawney and Bean.
Yeah, I still laugh at those names. But she turned in a dead trainee's equipment for review.
Okay.
And so that immediately sort of set Armin's mind going, like, why would you do that? But she is the one who killed the Titans with her own gear, so that's...
Right. Oh, is that? I never quite understood the gear swapping stuff, but isn't revealed it's her that killed the Titans? It's less obvious. Is that it?
Yeah, because there's ways that they can figure out how recently it's been used.
Yeah.
So if she turns in something that hasn't been used for ages...
Yeah. Yeah, but Armin isn't sure. So
yeah, they're not.
And
they really aren't certain about it.
So they want her to come in to prove it, but she obviously doesn't.
She just doesn't go along with it at all and says, "That's your gamble. This is mine." Goes to bite her finger.
Yeah, she's got a ring with a spike in it, which does.
No, we're not at that bit yet. She pulls this really creepy smile.
Yeah,
like disturbing. And goes to bite her finger, and then...
I think it's like one of resignation, maybe, She realises she has to do this.
Yeah.
But she doesn't really want to. So she's, as a female Titan, she's got some presence and it appears she knows much more what she's doing.
Yeah. She's more used to being a Titan.
Okay.
Than Eren is.
So basically, we get the resolution of who killed the two Titans.
Yeah, and who the female Titan is.
And it kind of also harks back to that message about, who was it?
Erwin.
He
said, who could be our enemies? And then just walked off.
Suggesting he knows something else. Anyway, so that's episode 1. Pretty odd.
Good.
It was pretty good. It was kind of... confused in a good way, in that you kind of knew something was going on, but it kept you guessing rather than being just confused and annoyed. So it was pretty solid. So this is part 1 of the 3, and it is a 3-part that finishes this series. This season. Assault on Show.
The Assault on Stohess.
Stohess. Yeah. Okay. So pretty solid.
Yeah.
Good animation too.
Yeah.
Actually.
Second episode starts again with Annie transforming, which finished off the last episode. Now it's got Eren, Armin, and Mikasa running down the tunnel trying to escape from her, because she just starts she shows her arm into the opening where they went in, and starts stomping all along the tunnel to try and get them.
The arm grows. It's kind of a bit Alice in Wonderland, that bit. Alice in Bill the Lizard. Is it Bill the Lizard that's called the house? It reminded me of that a bit. Okay. Sorry, go on.
But when Eren tries to transform, he can't.
Yes.
They throw out a few guesses as to why he can't transform. They suggest it might be... he doesn't really want to fight her. Yeah. Both because he can't actually win against Annie in regular combat, and because he just doesn't want to fight Annie as a friend.
Yeah. We also get a bit of flashback in this episode setting up the whole plot, don't we? To explain the episode before. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, go on.
And then Mikasa and Armin come up with a plan that they'll both go out the two sort of sides of the tunnel where they can.
Yeah. And
that'll distract the female Titan, and whichever person she goes for, Eren will run out the other entrance.
Yeah.
Doesn't really work like that. As soon as they leave, she just ends up treading where Eren is and crushing the tunnel and him.
Yeah.
And he still doesn't transform.
So he's in a bad way. Doesn't he get kind of semi-impaled on something?
Yeah, he does get speared on a beam.
Yeah, which is kind of fatal, actually. Yeah. It looked like a mortal injury, but he's recovered. Obviously, he's got the Titan power, so that helps a bit. There's also a bit of speech, isn't there? A bit of speech you find about how you need to sacrifice things to change things.
Someone who can't sacrifice anything won't change anything.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But eventually he does transform in a furious rage.
Yeah, he remembers part of his past.
Yeah, the Titan eating his mother.
Yeah. That's always going to annoy someone, isn't it, really? Yeah.
And the anime, for some reason, they decided to draw his face, really warped when he's, trying to transform. He's pulling himself up this beam he's impaled on.
Yeah, it's kind of grim. It gets quite grim, this one.
Yeah. And eventually you see the sort of lightning that heralds a Titan transformation. And then you don't see him immediately. You hear the footsteps are sort of boom, 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 boom. It's moving quite quickly. And you see like
see his eyes,
windows smash.
Oh yeah.
You don't see him yet. You see windows smash as he goes past, like roofing tiles fall off. The squad's sort of like turning and looking. Then it's got like a slow sort of close up to the female Titan.
Yeah.
As she turns around, she just gets a fist straight in the face. And it throws her into a building that's across a park.
This felt a bit kaiju, actually.
Yeah.
They're throwing stuff around and smashing buildings and all sorts. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I like this one too. I mean, it was a good solid 3 episodes. It was one story really, so it's their best watch in three, as one.
Yeah.
Really. So that was kind of cool. And they're basically a massive fight, isn't it?
Yeah, the next episode is just one massive fist fight between Eren and Annie
as Titans. There's like massive collateral damage going on.
They do this whole thing. It's like, is this actually worth it? Even while they're still capturing her, it's like, is all that we're going to find out really worth this much death and destruction? It's got these huge sweeping shots of the city on fire.
Yeah, it's kind of cool looking.
And this like one random shot of a kid crying walking through the streets.
Yeah, that was odd.
Her own.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah. But this fight between Eren and Annie is brutal.
Yeah, there's lots of bodily damage going on.
There's a bit where she kicks his leg off. He uses that to sort of spring himself into the air so he can punch her hard in the face.
Yeah.
Then she kicks him in the head and he bites down on her leg, and then she like slowly sort of caves his head in, and that causes him to pause.
Yeah.
But eventually he just sort of gets back up, sets himself on fire through his regeneration powers, and just storms after her.
Yeah. Does it also Mikasa gets involved?
Yeah, well, there's a bit where Eren grabs Annie, crushes her head. She's able to kick him off, and she starts climbing up the walls.
Yeah.
And then Mikasa comes and slices her fingers off as she's climbing.
Yeah, we got to remember she's got enough ability in the form or experience in the form so that she can generate the body parts she needs more quickly by focusing. I don't know if that really comes.
She can focus her regeneration on one bit, but it still takes time.
Yeah, it still takes time, but I think that comes into this. But she has got that little edge as well.
Yeah, but Mikasa still slices her fingers off.
Yeah,
and she falls straight into Eren's hands, and he proceeds to destroy her.
Yeah.
In one punch, he severs both her head and her arm.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
And then...
It was kind of... Yeah, sorry, go
on. And as he's pulling her out, for a moment, they start to panic and think Eren's going to eat her, instead of just, pulling her out of the Titan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going... Well, it appears to be.
Yeah, he pauses and, I think his intention was he was waiting for them to come and cut her out more precisely, but everyone starts having to go at him later for pausing and not catching her.
Yeah. She's kind of weeping, isn't she?
Yeah, she's crying as he's doing this, but then she just freezes herself in crystal.
Yeah.
Impenetrable crystal.
Yeah, so they can't do much then.
They're stuck.
So she's got this. That's another power, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's just a
manifestation of Titan power.
It's a manifestation of her power to harden her body.
Yeah, she hardens her hands several times in the earlier episodes, doesn't she?
Yeah, and she was hardening her fingers to climb the wall.
Yeah.
Now, this is where it kind of gets a bit different from the manga.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Go on.
Yeah, because well, in the anime, it goes through. They retreat. They take Annie somewhere. They get Eren into a bed and they start interrogating people over what's going on.
Yeah.
And then as an epilogue, we see a bit of the wall fall off, and there's a Titan inside.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So
now
I'm not sure how to read that. I thought that meant the wall was being besieged.
No, there are Titans inside the wall.
There's Titans. Is that what it meant?
Yep.
I couldn't quite follow what was going on.
In the manga, that happens in front of everyone.
Right.
So hundreds of people see this giant face of a Titan inside a wall. And so that immediately like sets off a lot of people. It's like, what the? And it starts like it pretty much starts the next story arc, which is all about like conspiracies of because some guy runs up and starts immediately going like, we need to cover this up. We need to like cover that Titan up so he won't start moving.
Well, this is in the manga.
Yeah, this is in the manga.
The episode literally ends when we see a Titan's face when the wall crumbles.
Yeah,
a bit of the wall crumbles.
A guy runs up.
I didn't understand that. I thought it meant that Titan was just about to come through the wall.
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Titans are encased in some of the walls.
Yeah.
Right, which... Oh, okay, that's interesting, because Titan attacks always take place through the gates, don't they?
Yeah.
Not through the walls. Which suggests... I don't know. Let me try and guess. Is it that by encasing the Titans, they stop the other Titans attacking the walls?
Maybe.
No.
They've not really cleared it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's some interesting stuff. So there are some mysteries at the end of this. Why is a Titan in a wall?
Yeah.
What's all this humans having Titan powers business? And are all Titans derived from humans? Then that kind of leads to that question.
Yeah.
You probably know a lot more about this than
yes, I do.
I know at this point. Okay. Well, should we leave it semi-mysterious? I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I can clear up I can talk about the manga.
All right, so all right. I'm quite happy to hear it because there aren't any more anime to see. But if you want to read the manga,
I'd suggest reading the manga. I'm only going to talk about like the book with this in.
All right, go on then. Tell us about it.
As I said, it ends with some. Actually, remember, there's like a whole stuff with the wall cultists. They were like praying.
Yeah, God, that was really brief. Yeah, but yes, I do.
They're actually more important in the manga because it's, as I said, this guy walks up and starts saying, "We got to cover the Titan up." Right. And once they get it covered up, they say, "Well, why do we have to cover it up?" And he goes, "I'm not telling you."
Right. So that's handy.
It's like I can't tell you. You could. So that they capture this guy called Pastor Nick, and that sets off a whole thing. Whereas there might be something in, like, the people are doing to keep Titans in the wall, or something to do with like the royalty or whatever.
Right.
The nobility. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Fine.
I can lend you the manga if you want to read it.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. I'll be happy to see another series if it comes out, but I'm not that.
That's next
bothered.
year.
If I am bothered, I'll probably find it on Wiki or something like that.
Don't look on the Wiki page.
All right, I won't look on the Wiki page.
No, seriously, don't.
I won't.
Full of spoilers.
Full of spoilers.
Uncovered spoilers.
Okay, I won't. Okay, overall, I've quite enjoyed this series. It's pretty solid anime. Is it ranked fairly high?
Yeah, I think it may actually have knocked One Piece off the most watched show for a bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind revisiting some more anime in the future. I'd like to certainly watch some of the more what's considered classic anime, which I think is probably, as a standalone movie, Akira, and is it Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost in the Shell is considered one of them.
Yeah. Is there any you're keen to watch sometime in the future?
Want to watch Gurren Lagann?
Right, are these massively long series or
25 episodes?
Okay, well that's doable.
Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, I kind of want you to see just to see your reactions to
and
them.
I kind of wouldn't mind. I've only seen a few episodes. I wouldn't mind revisiting it. Cowboy Bebop, but is that anime or is that an American?
That's anime.
It's anime.
It's just it had a really good dub.
Definitely, because it apparently has quite strong links to Firefly, which I really love.
Yeah.
As a series. So I wouldn't mind watching Cowboy Bebop and Firefly at some point. Closely, basically in parallel, maybe just to get a feel, or certainly one after the other. But I think definitely want to revisit some anime. There is an awful lot of it on Netflix too, which is kind of cool. But I'm fairly new to anime. I've watched a bit of Cowboy Bebop. This is probably the first full anime series I've watched outside of Afro Samurai, and Afro Samurai was quite short, 6 episodes or something.
Yeah.
In fact, there was 2 seasons of them. Both of them were like 6 episodes. They were a lot of fun though, but I think they were a bit more throwaway than something like this.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. But next time I think we're going to do some Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I've got in mind some Sylvester McCoy, but I'm also toying with some Tom Baker as well. So we'll see how we go. I think we'll fit in 2 or maybe 3. They're not really seasons, are they? But they're not single episodes. They're, I don't know what you call them. They're let's call them episodes, but they are actually
story arcs.
Stories. That's it. We'll do 2 or 3 Doctor Who stories, and then get on to some other telly after that. But yeah, okay. You like this one, obviously.
Yeah, I really liked it. I was the one that suggested it.
Yeah, certainly.
And I was
I'm happy to
talking
take
about
your
it
lead
pretty
on
much
other
every episode that we did while it was broadcast.
Okay.
And every time you were just like, this sounds stupid.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think it's something to immerse yourself in. It's not something to easily explain, though, is it?
No.
That's the trouble. It's like when you say, "Oh, there's
Trust
these
me,
titans that are eating people," you think, "Oh, that sounds."
You can see why I had trouble explaining it as Spider-Man Knights fighting giant zombies.
Yeah, manga's just weird.
Yeah.
Generally. Anime's just weird generally. Okay, so I think bye from me.
Bye.